Hi friends, welcome to Art in the Afternoon. So our very first project today, you're not gonna see my face, you're just gonna see my hands. Maybe a few of the other videos, I'm gonna be able to do upright, but I want you to be able to see everything that we're doing. So our very first project, it's looking out the window. So friends, you're gonna get, you just have one piece of watercolor paper, and it doesn't look like regular paper, it's a little bit thicker and kind of creamy colored. You should have gotten, I think, 6 strips of black paper. I'll show you what we're gonna do with those. You need to grab your watercolors, some water, your crayons, and a glue stick. So the idea of this project, friends, we're gonna paint something that we would see out the window. And you can use your crayons to draw first if you want. It just depends on what it is that you wanna see. And then afterwards, we're gonna take these strips and we are going to layer them, and we're going to glue them around our paper so that it looks like a window sill. And I'll show you, we've got 2 more, we'll go one across, just like that. So think about this before we draw our picture, what you want to be looking at. So we don't want to put a bunch of little itty bitty details that are going to be covered up by our window pane here. So you want to think about maybe making just something like this sky or this sunset. Or today when I woke up and I looked out the window, I saw tons of snow. So I'm going to show you what my idea is. Now you friends feel free to do whatever it is you'd like, okay? But I'm going to start with my crayons, and the crayons are made out of wax. So our watercolors, when we paint over the top of it, the watercolors will kind of resist on top of it. So I'm gonna take out my white crayon. I'm gonna make snow because that's what I saw out the window today. Now it's kind of hard to see white snowflakes on this white paper, but if you draw lots and lots and you want to press kind of hard. I might make a really big snowflake here. And with the snowflakes, I just make X's over X's, and then you can add like your little V's on the sides to extend your snowflakes. So I'm just making snowflakes. So it's a big blizzard going on outside my window, but maybe you want to draw a tree, or maybe when you look out the window, you see like a bird or different animals, or maybe you just see the sky. I just moved and I live in a space where I'm on the 2nd story. So I don't see a lot of animals other than birds. And I see a lot of the sky. I see a lot of trees out my window because I live near a river now. So there are my snowflakes. I think I made a pretty big blizzard. Make a few more snowflakes up here. They might get covered up by our black paper too. But after I've got my snowflakes all over, now it's time to do our watercolor. So you friends should have gotten a fresh, brand new watercolor palette. And I'm thinking about what the sky is gonna look like. So I'm gonna make my skies mostly out of some blues and some purples. So I don't want it to be super dark blue. So I'm gonna use, and I can even put it over here to the side so I can see what the blue's gonna kind of look like here. Yeah, and add a little bit of water to it. There we go. And I'm just gonna start brushing it. And you can see how, oh, look at that. There's a snowflake that shows up. So I just wanna cover my whole paper. Now, let me show you some fun watercolor things you can do. You can just take your brush and get lots of water in it, and you can just put plain water all over your watercolor paper like that. Okay, so I've got water all over. Then I'm gonna come over to the color that I want, blue, maybe a little bit of purple, and then I'm just gonna touch it. Woo, look at that. And the water, the paint just kind of goes all over. And then I can really spread it out if I want, okay? But like I said, I wanna make a blues, my blues and my purples kind of mixed up together there to make a beautiful wintry sky. And I'm just gonna cover my whole paper. And I see my snowflakes are showing up, which is fun. Ooh, look at that. I mixed my blue and my purple together. I'm digging that. I like that when we had a lot of water on there. I'm gonna try that technique again over here in the corner. Lots of just water, water, water. And then I'm gonna add my purple and my blue together. Whoa, oh, that is just so fun. That is so fun. Spread it. There we go, get a nice little mix going back and forth. So there we go, lovies. Look at that. I can't wait what you paint, what you see outside your window. Mine's pretty simple. Miss Suzanne likes to create, but I have to admit, I'm not much at drawing. I'm working on it. You'll see we're gonna practice next week. I think we're gonna do a drawing, or maybe we're gonna do our polar bear drawing. And you just have to practice. So if I wanna get better at drawing, I just need to practice, don't I, friends? All right, you know what would be interesting? I'm just gonna try this. I'm gonna put a little bit of green, maybe mix some green. Ooh, maybe I'll just mix it right in with the blue. And see what that looks like. Oh, that's an interesting shade, isn't it? With our night sky. Add a little bit more blue in there. See what that, oh yes. It's fun to mix colors. Look at that. Oh, that's really dark. That's a dark blue. So if you get something too dark on your paper, here's the cool thing about watercolor. So you take that brush and you get it really, really wet and soaky. And then you just use it and you just pull the colors down and you kind of thin. It's called thinning out your colors. Thinning out your colors, yeah. There you go. Now, the other thing you friends may notice with your watercolor paper is it might not dry flat. And when we want to add our window panes onto it, it may not dry as flat as we want. So this is what you can do. You're gonna have to find your patience, or if you have a hair dryer at home, you can hair dry it and make your paper dry a little bit faster. But you can also, after it's dried, you can press it. You can put a really big heavy books on top of it to make it try to flatten out a little bit. If your grown-up is inclined to do this, you can put a piece of cloth over it and you can actually iron your paper. But you gotta talk to your grown-up about that. That is a major grown-up idea. Major grown-up idea. All right. So there is, I'm not gonna go clear to the edges because I'm going to be gluing my window pane, but look at that beautiful wintry sky. Oh, I'm digging it, friends. I can't wait to see what yours looks like. Make sure your grown-ups send me pictures. So after this dries, friends, I'm gonna get out my glue stick and I am going to glue my black rectangles around my paper. I'm just setting it on here right now because my paper is still very wet, so that it looks like the window. So we're looking out the window. There you go. There you have it. And that's what your finished product will be. A winter sky looking out the window. So send me pictures because I can't wait to see what you friends see out your window. I hope you had fun with this project and explore and have more fun with those watercolors. So fun. All right, thanks friends. Have a good rest of your week.